Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Elsberry, Missouri, where we are going to see a high school baseball game today between your hometown Elsberry Indians and the visiting Van Far Indians. This is Kenny Masterson going to bring you the game and start off here. Well, actually, you can see Van Far is on the field for their batting practice right now, and Elsberry's already taken theirs. So game's going to start in about 20 minutes. So let's take a quick break here before I get into the pregame show.
Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that. But when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, we are back for the pregame show, and one thing I'd like to mention right now is this pregame show could be sponsored by your company. If you have a business that you need to get the word out to more people, consider calling the Elsberry Democrat and let's get your name on here for this pregame sponsorship. Anyway, all right. Last game played for Elsberry was last Wednesday night, and it was against Clopton, and Elsberry came out on top in that game, 6-3. And I am very sorry to say that I had to miss that game, but we had a little family emergency, and it was a whole lot more important that I be there. But without me, Elsberry won, so I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing I wasn't there. So, as a result of that game, the team's batting average is now .202, which isn't exactly all-star status, but it has risen some. And as a team, they've had 197 plate appearances with 34 hits, 56 strikeouts, and they've been walked 23 times. Again, not all-star status, but hey, what can I say? It's it's a high school team, and they're out there playing hard. So you got to take the good with the bad, or in this case, take the bad with the good. Their pitching, it has improved also since the last time I broadcast. As a team, they've pitched 42 innings, and they've faced 236 batters, walked 38 of them, struck out 34. They have an ERA as a team. The ERA is 5.833, and the batting average against the Elsberry pitching is 313. So as you can see, the batting average against is better than the Elsberry batting average. So that needs to be turned around if they're going to salvage anything out of this season. But every game is a brand new game, and we'll just have to start over on this. Forget the last part of the season. Go on from here and see what kind of World Series we can get into. Take another quick break here.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, we are back. And before I get into the starting lineup, let's talk a little bit about the matchup tonight. Your hometown Elsberry Indians are 1-6, and they have scored 3.1 runs per game, and they've allowed 8.9 runs per game. The visiting Van Far Indians, they are 2-2 on the season. They've had a lot of rainouts from what I understand, but they did win last night. And they've scored 3.5 runs per game and allowed also, same as Elsberry, they've allowed 8.9 runs per game. So it's much like I said whenever during the basketball games, this is the Indians versus the Indians, so everybody needs to be a little concerned about arrows flying around everywhere. And I don't know, there might be some buffalo walking around on the field later on. But the all-time record between these two schools, or at least as far back as the records are showing on here, is Elsberry has won 9 of the last 10 games, except for the last year. Last year Van Far won 5-2. So that's the last 10 games. Again, this is a brand new game tonight. Just have to see what happens. So right now, let's get into the starting lineup before they start this game on me like they've done the last couple. Start them early. For the visiting Van Far Indians, we have Logan Wilson. Number 24, he'll be playing shortstop. We have number 12, Riley Caldwell. He'll be playing second base. Have number 22, Trayson Caldwell. He'll be pitching. Number 16, Matt Dunn is the designated hitter. Number 23, Caden Wilburn will be playing center field. Number 10, Sam Middleton will be playing third base. Number 17, Colin Wilburn will be playing left field. Number 11, Latrell Wright will be playing right field. And number 19, Hunter Scroggin will be catching. We have for substitutes number 7, Isaac Smith, and number 9, Aiden Lawrence. And at this time, it doesn't look like we have a first baseman, so that ought to bode well for Elsberry. But I'm sure that either Isaac Smith or Aiden Lawrence will be playing first base. I think they'll notice that glaring error down there pretty soon, and they'll be putting somebody on there. And I think out of the view of the camera, the umpires just walked up. And, I just had a fan tell me that the first baseman is down there. So apparently they thought of that before I brought it up. The umpires just walked up onto the field. They're just out of the view of the camera, they look evil. Not too bad, but they look evil. There you see him walking out there. Okay, we have 27 for first base, and I don't have a player for number 27. So he's number 27. All right, the starting lineup for your hometown Elsberry Indians. Oh, I also wanted to say for Van Far, their coach is Dan Friedel, and assisted by Jeremy Hottie. And so for your hometown Elsberry Indians, we have at catcher, we have number 24, Jake Reimel. Pitching, number 10, Stephen Bodecker. Third base, number 30, Garrick Hill. First base, number 28, Nicholas Stone. Center field, number 20, Bo Henry. Number 23, right field, Colby Twellman. Number 8, Cody Thornhill will be shortstop. Number 5, Eli Gladney, designated hitter. Batting ninth. Number 11, Kyle Daniel is left field. And playing second base, but not batting tonight, is number 18, Jeremy Shaw. And, okay, I have a first baseman now. And it is number 27, Seth Morris. That is for Van Far. I figured he probably had a name. Get this far in life without a name usually doesn't work. So I've got that starting lineup in there. And let's take a quick break on that.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, the umpires cleaned off first or home plate. Well, I don't know, maybe they'll go down there and clean off first base too. And I'm sure on the screen you're not going to be able to see the scoreboard, the ball field scoreboard, but just keep up with the scoreboard that I have here on the screen, and we'll keep everything hunky-dory for you. So, let's see. That figures this time I get the starting lineup, and I'm ready to start the game, and they're not. Every other game, I'm still in the middle of things whenever they get going. I think they do this just to bug everybody. All right, and your hometown Elsberry Indians are now taking the field. So I guess we are about ready to start. So coming up first, should be batting first for Van Far is number 24, Logan Wilson. Bodecker's going to take a few pitches. Bodecker, he's pitched 15.2 innings this season in 3 games. He's faced 70 batters. He's thrown 239 pitches so far this year, has 1 win and 2 losses. He's given up 16 hits and 7 runs. Only 3 of those 7 runs, though, were earned. 6 walks, 15 strikeouts. He's got an ERA of 1.340. That's how he has earned the starting pitcher spot. And as Jake Reimel throws the ball to second base, signaling for the Van Far batter to come up, we have, once again, Logan Wilson coming to bat. He'll be batting here from the right side of the plate. Or right-handed batter, batting from the left side of the plate. First ball pitch in there is a ball low. Ball 2, 2-0. Call strike 1. Call strike 2, 2-2. Just like that, 2 strikes. Ball hit high into left center. Oh, and it got over Bo Henry's head. And so Logan Wilson is into second with a stand-up double. Coming up to bat now for Van Far, number 12, Riley Colwell. He's their second baseman. Getting his signs from third base coach. He squares up to bunt, does not hit it, and Rhyme will chase the runner back to second. Squares up to bunt again, bunts to the pitcher, only plays over to first, and he throws wide. So safe at first. So just like that, 2 batters up, and we have runners at first and third. Up to bat now, number 22, the pitcher, Trayson Colwell. Looks at a call strike. Ball high and outside. Ball hit sharply through third base. Van Far gets a run. So Van Far still has runners at first and third and 1 runner home. Logan Wilson scored. And batting next is number 16, Matt Dunn, designated hitter. Foul ball. Squares up to bunt, and there's a foul ball. Quickly, 2 strikes on Dunn. No balls, 2 strikes. The umpire behind the plate, everyone in Lincoln County knows it. Swing away, strikeout. All right, now up to bat is number 23, Caden Wilburn. He is their center fielder. Throw down to second, gets through. So Van Far is going to get another runner home. It was Riley Colwell came home on the ball that got through second base. All right, on Wilburn, there's no balls, 1 strike. And on the passed ball, we have another run score. That was Trayson Colwell that scored on that one. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Three balls, 1 strike. I was wrong on that last count. And ball 4. So we have first baseman number 10, Sam Middleton, coming to bat with Caden Wilburn on first base. Quick throw down to first and runners back. First pitch was a ball to Middleton. Call strike. He squared up to bunt, but it was a call strike. Ball hit, base hit into left field. Got to throw into Garrick Hill at third base. So with 1 out, Van Farr has 2 runners on first and second. And coming up to bat now is left fielder number 17, Colin Wilburn. Call strike. Two balls, 1 strike on Wilburn. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and second. And there was a call, strike 3. So now we have number 11, Latrell Wright. He's a right fielder. 2 outs now. Still runners on first and second. Looked at the ball. Ball hit hard to shortstop. Over to second for the force out. So, at the end of 1/2 of an inning, Van Farr is leading the Elsberry 3-0. Take a quick break here.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking, for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Okay, we are back. Get into the Elsberry half of the first inning. They're already down 3-0, mainly due to some fielding errors. But here's their chance to come back. Jake Reimel, number 24, catcher, is going to be leading off for the Elsberry. Yeah, Trayson Colwell out there getting his warm-up pitches in. As Reimel comes up to the plate. First pitch, he squares the bunt, hits it down the first base line, and it's a foul ball. That was a beautiful bunt up until the point that it wasn't. Had that not gone foul, he was going to beat that one out. Second pitch is a ball. 1-1. Ball hit the shortstop, and he fumbles it, and not in time. Jake Reimel on with an infield hit. That brings up number 10, the pitcher, Stephen Bodecker. He's looking down at Coach Schaefer for his signs. A little half-hearted throw over to first base just to keep Reimel honest. That throw over there to first beat him back, but they couldn't get him tagged. There was a bunt that landed foul. Hey, Reimel with a pretty good lead off of first. Another throw over there, keeping him back. Oh and 1 on Bodecker. Called strike. So quickly 0-2. Well, I don't know how quickly it was, but it's 0-2 anyway. Ball inside, and Rimel's taken off for second. And he's in there. So, Elsberry with the runner in scoring position. Nobody out. One ball, two strikes on Bodecker. Ball two. Hard hit ball into right center. That is to the wall. I guess that's a fence, not a wall. So Bodecker into second base with a stand-up double, and Reimel scores a run. And just like that, Elsberry's on the board. And bringing in Derek Taylor to run for Bodecker. So coming up to bat now is Garrick Hill. Still nobody out. Runner on second. Ball inside on Hill. Ball two inside. Foul tip, strike one. Call, strike two. 2-2. Nobody out. Runner on second. Hard hit ball into right center. And it also is to the fence. Derek Taylor's going to score, and Garrick is in with a stand-up double. All right, so now we're bringing up Nicholas Stone. He's the first baseman. We got two balls, no strikes on Stone. Garrick Hill on second, still nobody out. And a call strike. Ball three. 3-1 on Nick Stone. Garrick Hill on second. Foul tip. We have a full count. Swing and strike three. And throw down to third, but Garrick Hill is into third. So a strikeout on Nicholas Stone. That is the first out of the inning. Brings up Bo Henry, the center fielder. But with one out, Garrick Hill is on third. Called strike on Henry. Swing and a miss, strike two. No balls, two strikes on Bo Henry. One out. Garrick Hill is on third. Score 3-2, Van Far. Ball one. One ball, two strikes. Everything else is the same as it was on the last pitch. And Henry steps out of the box, calls time. Pitcher's looking in, can't come up with a pitch that he likes. They finally do. And Henry strikes out. Two strikeouts in a row now. Brings up Colby Twellman, right fielder. Two outs. Hill is on third. High foul ball behind us. Thumping into the hill. Strike one. Hard hit ball into center field. Hill's going to come in. It drops in. And Twellman has himself a hard single. Brings up Cody Thornhill now, shortstop, with two outs and Twellman on first. I will say one thing, Elsberry is making good contact with the ball this game. Hard hit to second base and steps on the bag, and that's a third out. So at the end of one inning, let me catch my scoring up here. At the end of one inning, we have a tied score, 3 apiece. Let's take a quick break here.
Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Okay, we are back. And Coming up to bat for Van Far is number 19, Scroggin. He is their catcher. So we have a 3-3 game now. So really we're right back to where we were starting. Hard hit ball to second base. Throw down and thrown out at first. Just like that, 6-3. Okay, we're back to the top of the batting order and a call strike on Logan Wilson. High fly ball out to Henry for the second out. Get themselves a 1-2-3 inning. Brings up number 12, Riley Caldwell. He's the second baseman. High foul ball goes back behind us. Thumps into the grass. Fortunately, this game I parked my truck a long ways away. Ball low gets through. That'd be scored as a wild pitch. So 1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. This is Riley Caldwell batting now. Swing and a miss, strike 2. High and inside. Ball 3, full count with 2 outs, nobody on. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1-2-3 inning for Elsberry. Actually, it was for Van Far. It's for somebody. So, at the end of 1.5 innings, we still have a tied score of 3-3.
Hey, hon, what are you doing up so early?
Oh, I'm just getting ready to take care of some stuff with the bank.
The bank? I surely hope you're going to get dressed first. You'd get some pretty weird looks showing up in your robe and fuzzy slippers.
I'm not going to the bank. I'm doing it all right here from home using People's Bank and Trust online banking and bill pay service. I can check our account balances, transfer money, make a loan payment, and even pay bills, all from the comfort of my pajamas. Best of all, it's free.
Banking in your pajamas. Now, if we could only get the grocery store to deliver.
Start banking online today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Okay, we are back for the Elsberry half, the home half of the second inning. Score is tied 3-3. Should be number 5, Eli Gladney, coming up to bat, designated hitter. And looks like Van Far is having a little meeting out there on the mound. A meeting of minds on the mound. So Eli Gladney steps in. First pitch. Foul ball right straight back. Second pitch hits him in the leg. Take his base. That brings up number 11, Kyle Daniel, the left fielder. Nobody out. One runner on. First pitch, he squares up to bunt and misses it, and it's a call strike. All right, Kyle Daniels looking down to third base, getting his signs. Eli Gladney taking a small lead off of first. Ball hit to first base. The only play is going to be to first base. So he advances the runner. So we have Eli Gladney on second base now with one out. Brings up Jake Reimel to bat. He got on and scored first time up. And just like that, with the passed ball, Eli Gladney is now on third with one out. So a high fly ball could score him. Next pitch coming in. Swing and a miss. Next pitch was right in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul ball back behind us. Count stays at 1-2. Eli Gladney down on third base saying, please put the ball in play so I can score. It's too sunny out here on third. Time called by Reimel. Steps out of the batter's box. Now he's back in, digs in, ready. Pitcher gets the sign he wants. Little bouncer. And Gladney has to hold at third, and Reimel's thrown out at first. On a 1-3 play. Brings up Steve Bodecker. He hit a double. Hit a hard double his first time up. It scored Reimel. Ball gets through, and Gladney's coming in to score. And with that, the Elsberry Indians take the lead 4-3. Yeah, that was a foul tip right back into the umpire's mask. So with that, we have a count of 1-1 on Bodecker. Nobody on base now. 2 outs. Straight up in the air. Shortstop's camped out underneath it, and he has it for the third out. But Elsberry was able to pull a run home, and so at the end of 2 innings, we have a score of Elsberry 4, Van Far 3. Take a break.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Okay, we are back. Top of the 3rd inning. Van Far will be bringing number 22, Trayson Caldwell. It's their pitcher. They'll be bringing him to bat. Bodecker out there pitching now. Or pitching still, I should say. And it's not up there yet how many pitches he's taken yet. Or how many pitches he's thrown so far. But he's done a pretty good job of pitching. First pitch is low, ball 1. Second pitch is a call strike. Next one a call strike. That's like 38 pitches for Bodecker. Foul tip right into the right wrist of the umpire. Kind of looks to me like that umpire has a target on him today. He's gotten hit in the mask and now in the wrist. One ball, 2 strikes on Caldwell. And strike 3 swinging. First out. All right, we have Matt Dunn, designated hitter, up to bat now, number 16. 1 out in the top of the 3rd. Nobody on. First pitch is a ball. Foul ball back behind us. 1-1. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. And swing and a miss, strike 2. Full count on Matt Dunn. Ball hit hard to second. Throws over there to first, and he is out. And that's out number 2. So that was a 4-3 put out. And we now have number 23, Caden Wilburn, their center fielders, up to bat. 2 outs in the top of the third, nobody on. There's a call strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Call strike 3. And once again, a 1-2-3 half inning. So at the end of 2.5 innings, Elsberry 4, Van Far 3. Take a break.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Okay, we are back for the bottom half of the third inning. Your hometown Elsberry Indians are ahead 4-3 over the Van Far Indians. And we have coming up to bat number 30, Garrick Hill, third base. Van Far having their meeting of the minds on the mound. Pitcher's looking in. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Ball 1, high and inside. Hill has a stand-up double his first time up. Ball gets past him, but there's nobody on base to do any running. So it's ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike on Garrick Hill. Nobody on, nobody out. Made contact with the ball, goes over to shortstop, and he is thrown out by about a step and a half. So with 1 out, Nicholas Stone up to bat. He struck out his first time up. Ball hit high and foul. See if anybody gets underneath it. Third baseman there to catch it. That's out number 2. Brings up Bo Henry. He struck out his first time up. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Another swing and a miss, strike 2. Ball 1. And a call, strike 3. So, Elsberry, they are up and down in order. As we go to the top of the 4th inning, the score is Elsberry 4, Van Far 3. Scoreboard saying the 5th inning, but I got a feeling it's only the 4th, unless I fell asleep for a while. So let's take another break.
People's Bank and Trust invites everyone to come to the game, the high school sports games that are going on right now. All area teams have put a great amount of effort and time in to perfect their skills, and they are ready to play. Support the community schools and students by cheering them on to a great season of games. People's Bank and Trust proudly supports the area teams and looks forward to seeing you at each and every game.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Okay, we are back. Let me get my scorecard flipped over here. We are back with number 10, Sam Middleton. He's their third baseman. He's in to bat. High fly, or not fly ball, foul ball coming back. Jake Reimel is there for the catch. One pitch, one out. That brings in number 17, Colin Wilburn, left fielder. Foul ball. This fence in front of us here is netting instead of chain link, so it's going to give a little bit. I hope they don't hit it too hard back to us. One ball and two strikes on Colin Wilburn. Ball two. High fly ball for foul ball, and it's going out of play. Out of play as in like it just put about a 4-inch deep dent on the roof here. Count stays 2-2. Call, strike 3. That brings up Latrell Wright, right fielder. That makes it easy to remember. Wright plays in right. In the first inning, he hit. He didn't hit. He was thrown out at first base. The ball hit back to the pitcher and over to first base, and he is out on a 1-3 play. So once again, Van Far is down 1-2-3. So as we go into the bottom of the 4th inning, Elsberry's Indians are leading the Van Far Indians 4-3.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker at our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about. We all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Here at People's Bank and Trust, new technology improves our lives. We all know that, but when it comes to your money, wouldn't you just as soon deal with real people rather than recordings and electronics fingerprinting of the mega banks? We put technology to work so we can have more time for you. We're your community bank. People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, we are back for the bottom of the fourth inning. The scoreboard out there is saying the sixth inning. So either there's been a time warp or something, but it's the fourth inning. I've been keeping track. All right, Colby Twellman's up to bat first for Elsberry in this fourth inning, and he takes a ball. Ball skies up in the air, and they dropped it. Second baseman came over there to catch it, and it dropped right out of his glove. So Colby Twellman is on with an error on second base. But you know what? The runs that score from errors count just as much as the runs that score from a clean play. So we now have Cody Thornhill up to bat. Shortstop. Quick throw over to first base, not in time. Thornhill looking down to third base to get his signs. He squares up to bunt. Call strike. He pulled back from the bunt square up. But the ball was in there, the pitch was in there for a strike. The scoreboard out there is going crazy. Another throw over to first base, and Twellman is back. Time called. Colby Thornhill called time. Wanted to make sure of his signs. I think they got the scoreboard right now. Fourth inning, 4-3. There's a bunt foul. Catcher couldn't get to it. That's no balls, 2 strikes on Thornhill. If he bunts again, he better not bunt foul. Colby Twellman still down there on first. Nobody out. There was a foul tip. Stays, no balls and 2 strikes. Quick throw over to first. Twellman's back in time. Meanwhile, no balls, 2 strikes on Thornhill. He's looking down third, getting his signs. Score is 4-3 Elsberry. Another foul ball back. Stays 0-2. Trayson Colwell now has like 52 pitches. Plus several throws over to first. Thornhill digs in. 0-2 count. Nobody out. Another throw over to first, and he's back in safe. And a swing and a miss. Strike three. So there's one out. Brings up Eli Gladney to bat. He was hit by a pitch in the second inning. Another throw over to first. Twellman's back in. His uniform's just a little bit dirty now. Foul ball over to Van Far's dugout. No balls, one strike. Glad to get in his signs. We have one out. Twellman's on first. Gladney at bat. No balls, one strike. 4-3 in the fourth inning. Another throw over to first. Trayson Colwell has a pretty good throw over there. I'd say Twellman needs to be careful. And there's a squared up to bunt and hit it back over the fence behind us. So we have no balls, two strikes with one out. Ball one. One ball, two strikes. One out. One runner on. Looks at Twellman over there. Swing and a miss. Strike three. And that is out number two, with Twellman still hanging out on first base. So we now have number 11, Kyle Daniel, left fielder, coming in with two outs, one runner on. Bottom of the fourth inning, Elsberry 4, Van Far 3. Swing and a miss, strike one. Squared up to bunt, bunts it down to third base. He fumbled the ball and got it over there just in time. So with a 1-3 put out, that takes care of Elsberry in the bottom of the fourth inning, where they leave one runner on. But at the end of four, Elsberry's leading this game 4-3. Take a break.
Everybody knows that high school sports generate suspense, excitement, and drama.
They also generate higher grade point averages, stronger work habits, and greater self-esteem.
Everybody knows that high school sports give us more value for our entertainment dollar.
They also give us leaders committed to strengthening communities right here in Missouri. The true value of playing sports in school can't be measured in wins and losses or dollars and cents. Studies show that participation in sports, along with other extracurricular activities, is one of the best ways to teach leadership, cooperation, accountability, and other invaluable life skills. Don't just stand on the sidelines. Encourage the young people you know to get in the game. When you do, you'll be helping them get ahead in life. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, we are back for the top of the fifth inning. Van Far is bringing number 19, Hunter Scroggin, up to bat. Foul ball, straight back. Almost straight back. Close enough. You couldn't tell. Ball hit right to first base. Nicholas Stone picked it up, stepped on the bag, 1 out. Brings up Logan Wilson. Ball 1. Call, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, 1 out. Ball hit back to the pitcher, and he gets through second base. So Logan Wilson is on with 1 out. Brings up Riley Colwell, second base. Call, strike. And that is Van Far's first runner since the second inning. Actually, since the first inning. Quick throw by Reimel down to first base and not in time. But we have quickly no balls, 2 strikes on Colwell. That's Riley Colwell. Bodecker with a throw over there to first, not in time. Ball 1. Ball hit right. Ball hit right to Garrick Hill, and he dropped it. And runner that was on first. Okay, see. All right, the way they called that, they didn't. Infield fly rule, I guess, didn't count on that. Colwell is on with an error, but Wilson, the runner on first, was forced out at second. So that brings up Trayson Colwell and quickly has him at 0-2. Runner on first. Foul ball off a home plate, stays 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. And that is a third out. So at the end of 4.5 innings, the score is still Elsberry 4, Van Far 3.
These days, the concept of value matters more than ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a better value than high school sports. Extracurricular activities, including sports, make up about 2% of the budget for a typical Missouri high school. In return, participation in sports promotes citizenship and sportsmanship. Sports also instill a sense of community pride and teach lifelong lessons about cooperation and self-discipline. They encourage physical fitness. They produce community leaders. By offering so many benefits to the community for such a small percentage of a school's overall budget, it's easy to see why high school sports are one of the best bargains around. The real cost would come from not having them at all. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activities Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, we are back for the bottom half of the 5th inning. Score still Elsberry 4, Van Far 3. Elsberry brings up the top of the order in Jake Reimel. He squares up to bunt, then brings it back. Hits the ball hard to second base. And throw over to first, and he is out. Brings up Stephen Bodecker. Ball one. Bodecker has a stand-up double and fly it out to short. Ball two. Ball three. Hit back to the pitcher. Throw over to first, and in time, 2 outs. Brings up Garrick Hill. He's got a stand-up double in the first inning, scored a run. Ball inside to Hill. Ball two. Hit the dirt just in front of the plate. Shadow's getting kind of long here on the field. High fly ball, gonna go out of bounds, I'd say. Yep. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul tip. 2-2. Ball 3. So Garrick Hill now 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. Scores 4-3 Elsberry. Ball 4. So with 2 outs, Elsberry has a base runner. Brings up Nicholas Stone. Struck out in the 1st inning and flied out to second base in the 3rd inning. Garrick Hill with a pretty good lead out there. Hit the ball hard to third base. Gonna get to, and the ball was out of line. Now they're throwing back to third for Hill. So on a throwing error, we have Nicholas Stone on first and Hill on third with 2 outs. So we have Bo Henry up, and he has struck out twice in this game. Once struck out looking. There is a strike 1. Ball 1. Ball 1, strike 1. 2 runners on, runners at the corner. Stone at first and Hill at third. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runners on. Bottom of the 5th. Foul ball. Stays 1-2. Stone was off as soon as he heard that. As soon as he heard that ball make contact with the bat, he was off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Passed ball, but Hill stays at second. Or I'm sorry, at third. Stone goes to second. So now Elsberry has two runners in scoring position. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There's 2 of a lot of things. And swing and a miss, strike 3. So at the end of 5 innings, Elsberry just left 2 runners on, but the score is still Elsberry 4, Van Far 3. Let's take a break.
Ever wonder where your hard-earned money goes when you deposit it? It stays here, at home, to help make living here what we've all come to expect. We've got everything the mega banks do, but we've made a commitment to our community. So when you're looking for the right bank, see People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, we are back for the top of the 6th inning. And Van Far is going to be bringing Matt Dunn up to bat. Number 16, the designated hitter. Elsberry still has Stephen Bodecker in there pitching. I don't know, they haven't. My screen hasn't switched over yet to see how many pitches he's pitched tonight. Middle of the game, he's kind of cruised through. He was up and down, 3 batters up, 3 batters down through about the second, third, and fourth inning. Fifth inning, they got a couple of runners on. Ball 1 to Dunn. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, strikeout. That's 1 out in the 6th inning. Brings up Caden Wilburn for Van Far, number 23. He's their center fielder. He walked in the first inning and struck out in the 3rd inning. There's a call strike. And call strike 2. Ball 1. I think with that pitch right there, Stephen Bodeker's had like 74 pitches in. Foul ball, remains 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs. Both of them strikeouts. Boy, the sun's gone behind the roof here, and the temperature's down to a very pleasant temperature. It's been a beautiful day all day. Took a drive up to Columbia today and back to Elsberry, and it's been a hard hit ball into right field. And that was Sam Middleton. That's a 3rd out. So once again, 1, 2, 3 for Van Far in the 6th inning. So bottom of the 7th we go. Score 4-3 Elsberry. I'm sorry, bottom of the 6th. Yeah, at this score there wouldn't be a bottom of the 7th. Take a break.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Missouri's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Missouri State High School Activity.
All right, first pitch to Kobe Twellman. Call strike. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th. Top, bottom. We're in the 6th inning. Home half. Ball 1. Ball hit to right field, and it's over his head, and it goes all the way to the fence. He's digging in for 2. And Colby Twellman is in with a stand-up double. Brings up Cody Thornhill. He's reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st inning and struck out in the 4th inning. So Coach Schaefer is giving his signs to Twellman on second, and Thornhill on first, or on batting with nobody out. First pitch is a ball. Be kind of nice for Elsberry to get some insurance runs in here. Hard hit ball to left field, and it's over his head. And so here comes Twellman in to score. Cody Thornhill in with a stand-up double. So they just traded places. Nobody out, and a run scores. That brings up Eli Gladney with nobody out. And Thornhill on second. Foul ball straight back. Eli Gladney was hit by a pitch in the second inning and struck out in the fourth inning. Ball one, strike one. And we have a dog try to get in on the action. Okay, next pitch. Call, strike two. One ball, two strikes, nobody out. We have Cody Thornhill on second base. Taking a pretty good lead out there. Foul tip. Remains one ball, two strikes. Pitch coming in. Swing and a miss. Strike three. So that's one out in the top of the sixth. Brings up Kyle Daniel. Bottom of the sixth. It's a good thing I have my beautiful bride here to correct my mistakes. Kyle Daniel digs in. Oh, and it looks like they have Eli Gladney picked off between second maybe. And he is out. So there's two outs. Yeah, that was Cody Thornhill. So with two outs and no runners on, Kyle Daniels at bat. Ball hit sharply down to first base line, but foul. Joe Briscoe had to move his foot to get out of the way. Called strike two. And a swing and a miss, strike three. So at the end of 6 innings, we have a score of Elsberry 5, Van Far 3.
Association and the Missouri Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
You know, the people pulling the strings are usually hard to reach in today's mega bank world, but here at People's Bank and Trust, you deal with the decision maker. At our community bank, which is what good banking relationships are all about, we all live and work right here. With us, you pull the strings. We're People's Bank and Trust. Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, Elsberry, and Bowling Green. Financial security right here at home. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, we are back for the top of the 7th inning. Elsberry 5, Van Far 3. And Colin Wilburn is up to bat for Van Far. He has been called out both times up to bat, called out, strikeout, caught looking, whatever you want to call it. He didn't swing. And there was a call strike there. Ball 1, strike 1, ball 1. Foul ball, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2. And a call, strike 3. Now we have Latrell Wright. He's a right fielder. And he has not reached base tonight. Ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Bodeker needs to start throwing a couple of strikes here. Ball 4. I believe that's the first walk given up by Bodeker tonight. But it brings in Hunter Scroggin with 1 out and a runner on. He actually represents the tying run. And there's a call, strike 1. Call, strike 2. Foul ball. Remains 0-2. Ball low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball high, just high. So we have 2-2, 1 out, runner on first. Top of the 7th inning. Ball 3, full count. 92 pitches for Bodecker. Ball inside. 2 walks in a row. And that brings up the top of the order for Van Far. And here goes Coach Schaefer out to talk to Bodecker. So they're out there, the entire infield is out there talking it over. And in the meantime, we're bringing up Logan Wilson for Van Far. We have Van Far has 2 runners on, 1 out. And Bodecker stayed in. Ball 1. That's 97 pitches for Bodecker. Ball 2, just high. There's a call, strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 runners on. Top of the 7th. Ball 3, and a ball gets away, and the runners will advance to 2nd and 3rd with just 1 out. There's a foul tip way high and back behind us. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count with 1 out. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Ball hit to second base. Throws over in time for there's a 2nd out, but Van Far does score a run. And that brings up number 12, Roddy Colwell. And there is a call strike. And a ball. Ball 2. Van Far still has the tying run on 3rd base. He's only 90 feet away. There's 3-1 on Colwell. Ball 4. So with 2 outs, Van Far is still very much alive. 5-4. Runners on 1st and 3rd. And that is going to be it, I think, for Bodecker. Bodecker pitched a heck of a game, 105 pitches. Didn't give up any walks until this 7th inning, and he's given up 3. And actually, I think, yeah, it's 106 pitches. So we're going to have Garrick Hill coming in to pitch. So he will take his 8 pitches. And this pitching change could be an opportunity for your business to sponsor this. So think about that you're listening to this and everybody else could be listening to it too. Meanwhile, Van Farr has runners on first and third. Number 22, Trayson Caldwell, is going to be batting. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. 5-4, Elsberry over Van Farr. It looks like Hill's going to get one more pitch maybe. One more warm-up pitch, I mean. I guess this is number 8. Not sure what they're discussing out there. Reimel and Hill are talking things over. But, like I said before, Van Farr has runners at the corners. And their pitcher, Trayson Caldwell, is up to bat right now. So he's digging in. Score is 5-4. Elsberry over Van Farr. Call strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. One more strike could do it. Ball 1. And now the runner on first ran to second. There was no fielder out there. Reimel was ready to throw him out, but there was no fielder there. But that could have been a trick play to get the guy from third base home anyway. We have 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-2. Foul tip. Caldwell just barely stayed in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 7th. Elsberry 5, Van Farr 4. 2 runners on second and third. Strike 3. That is the end of the game. With that, the Elsberry Indians have defeated the Van Farr Indians 5-4. And so maybe it's not just me that was keeping them from winning. Let's take a quick break here before we get into the post game.
People's Bank and Trust knows that every minute of your day counts, so it's good to have a few time savers on your side. Take internet banking for example. It allows you to bank from home rather than having to make an extra trip to the bank just to check your balance, transfer funds, or view recent transactions. You can even pay your bills online, eliminating a trip to the post office for stamps. Best of all, People's Bank and Trust offers all of this free of charge. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net and sign up today. Just another example of hometown banking the way it should be. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, we are back with the People's Bank and Trust Company's post-game show. And we saw a victory tonight. It was hard fought. Van Far was in this game every inch of the way. They started off with, 3 runs in the first inning, and Elsberry matched it with 3 runs. And then Elsberry was able to sneak in a couple more runs throughout the game, and Van Far was very quiet in the middle. But they got another run in the top of the 7th when they were threatening heavily. But best thing that I saw tonight about Elsberry was the fact that they were getting the bat on the ball. There was some good, solid hits, and that's something I hadn't seen earlier in the year. And so maybe this is a good thing to come. This is 2 in a row. They are now 2-6, and we travel to North Callaway Thursday evening. Provided the rain stays away, we've got about 315 games that we got to make up now. So we're going to be playing some quadruple headers here, I think, one of these days. Either that or going to be playing up into August. But anyway, congratulations tonight to the Elsberry Indians for their 5-4 victory over the Van Far Indians. And until Thursday night, when you hear me again, I will be at North Callaway, and I'll be on the air between 4:30, 4:40, something like that. So look for me then, and hopefully we'll bring another victory home Thursday night. So until Thursday, this is Kenny Masterson from the American Legion Field in Elsberry, Missouri. And good night to everyone.